All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm happy to be here with some of the biggest advocates for families in our area to highlight a particularly important federal benefit that most families with children are eligible for and should be taking advantage of this tax season. The American Rescue Plan, which Congress passed in March of 2021, included a third stimulus check and three major tax cuts for working families. The earned income tax cut for working families nearly tripled from $543 to $1,500. The child and dependent care tax credit was improved to make more people eligible and increase the total credit. And then there were the huge transformative changes made to the child tax credit. I know that the words exciting and tax credit don't usually belong in the same sentence, but the expanded child tax credit is different. It's helped families across this great nation close gaps in the family budget. And in doing so, it has reduced child poverty by almost half. Instead of $2,000 per child, families can now receive up to $3,000 per child for kids age 6 and over, and $3,600 for little ones under 6. The age limit was raised from 16 to 17, and for tax year 2021, the child tax credit was expanded to reach those families most in need by making it refundable regardless of income. To be clear, families with $0 in income last year can get that child tax credit, $3,000 per child over 6 and $3,600 for children under 6, if they just have the qualifying children. Congress made those changes because we knew American families needed a lifeline as the COVID pandemic stretched on. One of the key steps we took to extend that lifeline was making half of the child tax credit available in monthly payments that were distributed from July through December of last year. They had a dramatic impact, and as I said, it reduced child poverty by almost half in this country. But there's still money on the table, and I don't want a single eligible family to miss out on their opportunity to collect it. First, for families that did receive the monthly payments in 2021, the remaining half of their child tax credit benefit is waiting to be claimed, and they have to do that by filing a 2022 tax return, which is due by April 18th this year. For eligible families who didn't get their payments for whatever reason, they can claim the full credit amount when they file their taxes. So to everyone listening, watching, or reading at home, even if you don't normally file a tax return, I'm urging you to do so this year. There are thousands of dollars in benefits waiting for you. We're lucky here in our region to have a number of partners who are helping to get the word out about the incredible opportunity presented for families when they claim the child tax credit. And I want to thank those groups, most of whom are here today. Community Action Agency of Delaware County, the Campaign for Working Families, the Foundation for Delaware County, Voices for Children Coalition, Community Legal Services of Philadelphia, Legal Aid of Southeastern Pennsylvania, and so many others. For months now, these groups have been working on their individual plans to promote the child tax credit and coordinating with each other to ensure that outreach this year is the best it's ever been. They all understand the urgency of this moment, and I, for that, am grateful. Everyone here understands that families are still struggling as our economy continues to recover from the pandemic. We understand that those monthly payments last year often made the difference between a family going hungry or having food on the table. We understand that the tax refund can help cover rent, new school clothes for kids, or unexpected medical bills in the year ahead. And we're all going to be working together this tax season to ensure that as many families as possible are able to access this incredible benefit. For my part, I'm going to continue fighting in Washington to get the improvements that we made to the tax credit for last year extended into the future. We have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to lift generations of children out of poverty and help working and middle-class families, and I'm committed to making that happen. Now I'm going to turn it over to my good friend and a champion for children, Delaware County Council Chair, Dr. Monica Taylor.
Thank you, Congresswoman Scanlon. I'm here this morning joining elected officials, local child and family advocates, parents, caregivers, and stakeholders in our community to shed light on the significant expansion of child tax credits brought about by the American Rescue Plan of 2021. For many working families in Delaware County, tax credits are not just numbers that are plugged into an accountant's formula. It's baby formula for a newborn. Child tax credits are tuition for daycare, school supplies, new winter coats and boots, car payments, and money to pay utility bills. Delaware County residents work hard to raise their families and provide for them. And as a mother of 3 young children, I speak from experience, children are expensive. Child tax credits provide assistance to parents and their children. Providing these resources to families is critical to ensuring the well-being of everyone. We're all interconnected, and ensuring that our families have what they need to succeed is necessary and the right thing to do. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought its challenges, and the financial strain has been daunting for too many in our community over the past 2 years. The technological costs to remain connected for work and school, the need for items like masks, hand sanitizer, and rapid tests, and the inflation we're experiencing lately has made life harder for all of us, but especially working families and for those with children. Over 70,000 families in Delaware County received monthly child tax credit payments in 2021. But we know that while many families were able to take advantage of these credits, there are so many more that did not or may not even know they are eligible. We want these parents and caregivers to know there are organizations, some who are here today, with resources and expertise that will help ensure that these tax credits are accessible and that they are distributed equitably. We know residents are making use of a wide variety of services offered here in Delaware County, and our emergency rental assistance program has successfully kept thousands of Delaware County residents in their homes. We know there is need, and we are happy to be able to meet that need with this program. I want to close by encouraging our residents to take the time to look into the child tax credits, to reach out to the organizations that are gathered here today, and to ensure that they receive these much-needed resources. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Edward Coleman, CEO of the Community Action Agency of Delaware County.
Good morning. I'd like to begin by thanking Congresswoman Scanlon for her leadership on the VITA and tax credit programs. Both of these services can significantly impact the financial health of many Delaware County residents. I'd also like to thank Dr. Taylor and Delaware County Council for their leadership on providing funding to our agency for expansion of these programs. We will be increasing the number of sites and staffing and volunteers to increase outreach and the number of applications we can process. This tax season and through June 30, 2022, our agency will operate 5 sites, including our Boothwyn Multi-Service Center and sites in Media, Upper Darby, and the City of Chester. All sites will be accessible by appointment on Monday through Fridays, evenings, and weekends. In addition to providing tax preparation and access to the child tax credit, volunteers will provide information on the many other services Community Action Agency and Delaware County provides that those participants may be eligible for. We encourage Delaware County residents to join us in this effort by volunteering as tax preparers. Online tax preparation training is provided by the IRS. We'll need as many as 50 volunteers, so we encourage interested individuals to contact us for additional information on how to apply or volunteer. Thank you very much. I'd like to introduce Jonathan from the Campaign for Working Families.
Good morning. My name is Jonathan. I'm with the Campaign for Working Families. We're an organization based in Philadelphia. We have sites around Philadelphia, some in Montgomery County, as well as southern New Jersey. I'm here today to talk about our virtual tax prep option, since we do not have any tax sites, physical tax sites in Delaware County. We partnered with GetYourRefund.org to offer a virtual VITA option for folks who are unable to travel to a local site for whatever reason. It's a virtual process where you are connecting to us through the internet. You're uploading your paperwork, getting everything together, and a ticket is created. And then we go through the same VITA process that would happen at a physical site. Of course, it's all just virtual. So our website for folks is cwfphilly.org, and you click the virtual link and you'll be connected to our virtual VITA program. So thanks for having me, and I am introducing Francis with the Foundation for Delaware County.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. My name is Frances Sheehan, and I'm the president at the Foundation for Delaware County, a community foundation serving all of Delaware County. I'm here today because the Foundation for Delaware County understands our county's challenges and is committed to working in partnership with the many organizations and individuals who want to solve issues like the need for investments in public health, in food insecurity, housing stability, and racial equity. We are committed to energizing participation and partnerships across our county and encouraging our county's residents to give back generously to the causes that matter to them. Our programs support healthy families, beginning at birth, by improving birth outcomes, maternal and child health, and ensuring our families can access the services that keep them physically and mentally healthy. The expanded child tax credit has been crucial to helping to lift families out of poverty and to live healthier lives. In collaboration with our partners here today and so many other organizations in Delaware County, we are committed to continue to make sure all eligible families can benefit from this program. We're spreading the word about this vital program by providing outreach to the clients, visiting our WIC offices, and receiving home visiting services from our Healthy Start and Nurse Family Partnership teams to make sure they're aware of the tax credit. We're educating our nurses, our nutritionists, and our community health workers to stress to our clients to file tax returns so that they can receive their benefits as soon as possible. And through our Center for Hispanic Resources, we're doing outreach and providing materials for Spanish-speaking families for whom English is not the primary language and who qualify for the child tax credit. We're collaborating not only with the organizations here today to distribute information, but also passing along that information to the many nonprofits we support with grant funding as well. We are grateful to Congressman Scanlon for her leadership and support, and for City Council President Dr. Monica Taylor for her leadership as well. Our partnership with them on this issue is an example of how, if we work together to mobilize resources, share information, and collaborate around community challenges, we can create a vibrant future for all who live in our county. Thank you for being here today and for your support. And now I'd like to introduce Alicia Coffey, Advocacy Director for the Voices for Children Coalition. Alicia?
Thank you so much, Frances. Good morning, folks. So I am Alicia Coffey, and I lead a coalition called Voices for Children, which is made up of service providers and community members, all invested in child well-being in Delaware County. The child tax credit benefits lots of families at a level of basic need. Many families are using this money for childcare, and half the recipients are paying for housing, utilities, and food. This is not a gift from the government that people are using for fun. This funding is available because the cost of necessary basic needs has gone up, while wages have stayed stagnant. Working families can no longer afford the basics. The pandemic has exacerbated this existing issue by increasing the insecurity of retail, hospitality, and food service jobs. Families' incomes are reduced when family members, mostly women, exit the workforce to provide pandemic-related childcare needs. And the money that families do have has lost its power due to cost inflation related to pandemic supply chain issues. You've all seen gas prices. Families that were hurting prior to the pandemic are hurting doubly now. It's vital that families file taxes so they can claim this entitlement of up to $3,600 per child. That's significant and can relieve families of eviction worries, pay down debt, or secure safe and quality childcare. Getting this money does not count as income, so it does not put cash or other assistance benefits at risk. But families must file taxes to get their remaining payments. Financial insecurity has a huge negative impact on children, as poverty is traumatizing and scarcity impacts their ability to learn and grow. Children who come from economically depressed households experience low academic achievement, obesity, behavioral problems, and social and emotional developmental delays. Every child deserves to have the foundation of security that food, shelter, and emotionally accessible parents provides. Those well cared for children grow into resilient adults who are neurologically and socially prepared to contribute to community wellness and have healthy children of their own. I know I want to live in a world where every kid has their basic needs met. A world where every adult was once a child who had their basic needs met and who now have the skills needed to meet their own children's basic physical and emotional needs. I am not alone in my sense of urgency, obviously. I do want to share that in early December of last year, the U.S. Surgeon General said that the future well-being of our country depends on how we support and invest in the next generation, especially in this moment. We need to focus on how we can emerge stronger on the other side. The child tax credit is part of ensuring that as a country we are in fact stronger in the future because of how we decide to take care of our children today. So get the word out, help connect families to this funding and these resources you've learned about today. If you're better at math than I am, please volunteer to support people to file their taxes. Our community members and the children who live in Delaware County are entitled to the wellness that increased financial resources provide. Thank you so much for being here today, and I would like to invite Congresswoman Mary Gay Scanlon to close us out.
Well, obviously, we want to thank all the agencies that have come together on this. We've got folks in the child and family service arena. We've got folks who know how to file tax returns, and it's everyone coming together that really can help every family get the benefit to the maximum extent possible. So I don't know if anyone has any questions. Happy to answer them, but I think we are closing out. All right, thank you. Thank you, everyone.